The Florida Atlantic man, Greg Joseph, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around with the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Running for the first time with a fullback, C.J. Ham. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
I don't know about you, partner, but on 2nd and inches, a lot of the times I'm leery about the offensive guys thinking about taking a shot downtown. Instead, they just hand it to the big man and let him rumble forward for a first down.
First down, here's the run with Cook. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. 2nd down, they go right back to Cook. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Campbell now from the gun on 3rd down. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he will have a Vikings first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. Well, there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
The slot man in motion right. Campbell on first down. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Okay, so roughing the passer, and I've got to imagine that's the last thing you want to see week one as your quarterback taking an unnecessary hit.
I think you're exactly right about that. You hate it any week, but boy, are you on target. This is this depending on him to take him through 17 games, so you definitely can't let him get hurt right now.
Cook following the penalty. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or two in this situation.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Campbell. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Maybe the first big test of the season here on both sides. This is 3rd and goal. And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And now because of the sack, it's 3rd and goal from the 14. Back to throw. Campbell. Under pressure, and they got to him again. A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him.
But it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Well, it's not the touchdown that they wanted, CD, but still, they got to be pretty happy here. You steal the ball away from them on their opening possession, and you turn that into the early 3-0 lead.
Yeah, you painted the picture perfectly there. All the things that have gone on, and the important thing, other than the lead, of course, is as you described, both sides of the ball now have some momentum.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Let's go now.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Their 2nd drive here, the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Another 1st down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains, and really it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They'll try and run for it with Penny. A good run on first down, and now they contemplate a second-and-goal situation.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now's where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on first and goal.
Once more, Penny. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Rashad Penny. It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Seahawks have moved out in front. The extra point up and good, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around, 1st and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion left. They start the drive with Cook. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Let's go.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Campbell. That is caught by Thielen. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 34.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Another completion there, and you think about the draft back in the spring. He's selected in the first round, getting the start here, as we mentioned, in week 1. And it's got to be quite a whirlwind for a young quarterback.
Absolutely, because going in the first round, people don't clamor for you to be the starter right away, but many teams want you to get your feet wet first, maybe just kind of hang out behind a veteran starter. In this case, though, he ascended right to the top role, and I know he's excited about the opportunity.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's Greg Joseph now to try the field goal. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And that is no good. Hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in, and that will keep this a 4-point game. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field and took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out and a 5-yard penalty. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. They'll set up to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Boy, tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this first down. Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Harrison Smith on the safety blitz, able to get the sack. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. He'll take it at the 42. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. Now Campbell throwing to start the drive. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and dip.
And it's intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Seahawks are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it. Now, that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, and maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He'll let this go deep for Bourne.
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Kendrick Bourne in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks would extend their lead here just before halftime. The extra point up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. 4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just 1 snap of the football. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either, so certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And the tight end goes in motion left. They run again on first down. Cook to the 43, second down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Campbell.
A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Campbell. And that is incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the 3rd quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They begin with a run by Penny. And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
He'll get this out wide to Penny. Finding space at the 40. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one good for 26 and a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Inside handoff, Penny. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5, pickup of 3.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for it with Penny. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Rashad Penny. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Seahawks are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Point after, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Back to throw. Campbell. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Campbell. It's caught. Smith. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got this to Jefferson. Touchdown! Justin Jefferson, 27 yards. And the Vikings are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Joseph connects on the extra point, and it makes the score 21-10. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly. That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is brought in at the 21. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. To throw is Campbell. Throwing to start the drive. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
But it certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for it. The problem now is if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they got to figure out how to move it without being able to throw it to the outside and throw it downfield.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
7 Pirates, 17. Hurry.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know that there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Kendrick Bourne, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Seahawks are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. No problem there on the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Campbell. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble's going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head. Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back to throw here. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Penny up the middle. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play? And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 40 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage. The stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back. Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP. Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them. On 2nd down, here's Penny. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Seahawks take advantage of the short field and finish it off with a quick touchdown. Extra point up and through. And they open the lead up now to 25. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota. Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. Here's Cook again. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Well, it's caught on the right side at Smith. And he will have a Vikings first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. A quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Here's Campbell throwing again on 2nd and 10. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Juwan Bentley. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 54 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries. Penny, a first down carry. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Penny. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. The CD always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Seahawks, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville.
You spent your whole life trying to blow up, but Elohim never had time for donuts. The beat gon' have no time for cold cuts. The game like Big Pitch came to join up. Yeah, I'm still independent, ain't sold a million records yet. Used to be on my checklist, big diamonds don't need a necklace. Look, we built the sound like it's double speed Tetris. I cannot build without God in it. We built the sound, you can't copy this. I never brag, it's just confidence. I never rap for your compliments. I wrote this one for the indie grind. If you ain't signed on the dotted line, can't buy my soul with no dollar signs. The industry so full of troglodytes. I don't follow trends. Run it up. Say that with my chest. Run it up. No, I will not bend. Run it up. Game time in it. Game time. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. I will not bend. Game time. Run it up. 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 You gotta put in that work, dog. I put the kingdom first. I know that you gotta wait for your turn sometimes to build something really sustainable. Work on your catalog so the day that you finally pop off, you'll see it's not just a once off. You put in time, the harvest is ready, it's ripe. I thank God for the payment. That's a solid foundation. When I finally make it, I'll give God all the praises. G.O.D. who conquered evil forces. I don't trust in chariots or fortresses. Yeah, I walk by faith. I don't follow trends. Run it up. Say that with my chest. Run it up. No, I will not bend. Run it up. Game time in it. Game time. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. No, I will not bend. Game time. Run it up. 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 Run it up.
I'm downstairs. You mean? Girl, I told you I'd be ready. You always got excuses and you know I be on top of things. Punctual my proper name. On the dot is not your aim. Although we in love, we are not the same. I hit you on that celly. You said you needed 5, that was more than 12 ago. Claim you got your hands tied, time stuck like Velcro. Georgia Peach on east side like it's ATL. You lacking, you tripping, you slacking, impatient, be waiting, confused like what happened. You get attitude cause I'm getting mad, cause you wanna take 20 minutes and a half. And on top of that, I gotta get gas out of the freeway, picked up traffic. What the is you doing? We gotta dip, 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 dip. Cardi, yeah. Watch your tick, 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 tick. Waiting for that last minute for your hell. Now stop playing games, girl, and bring your downstairs. Come on, let's go. Come on, girl, let's go. Cause you know that time that you wasting, like time that you wasting, like time that you wasting on my time. Come on, girl, let's go. Come on, girl, let's go. Cause you know that time that you wasting, like time that you wasting, like time that you wasting on my time. Took me 20 to get ready. Shower moisturizer and the fit I had on yesterday.
Okay, brakes. Go. On the jump. Ready. Ready up. 60 Eagles, 60. Ready, right? Got it. Ready? Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ready. Go. Cowboy 80. Ready. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Yeah.
It's another one. We got another one. It's her. Who that? Big baby slide through in that drop top. Something by Benz looking cute. That's honest. Her and her friends, big blinks and snatch waist. Yeah, she brought the. Ain't no way somebody daddy ain't gon' give her the spins with her ends. Cause yeah, she did it. She did it again. A few more tracks and this time she bought friends. Big baby on her way up and showed the stairs to a man's. Now salute the general. TGLX got plans, yeah. Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro.
They don't know what they in for. If we coming like this on the intro, what they here for? If they want the heat, you know who to send for your info. Buy my money like Venmo. If this music don't work out, and all to get it from my ends low. How you feel though? Cause hey, they can't rock with us. Galaxy ain't no stopping us. They ain't trying to steal my style. I'm feeling like I just shopping. Can't trust them cause they not my. Cause we worried about getting figures. All my ain't father figures, just know my quick to pop it.
Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro.
Dollar. Hey. DJ Mosky, let's get it. We the champions. Here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I met the plug, introduced to my brothers. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over. Call the promoters. I just put up in this thing with my soldiers. I blew it and I'm still. Last minute, I'ma need me some. Call up Khalifa. Bring the in the. You know I stay with some bad little baby. TGOD, baby, no, that's a gang gang. Crazy girls after the game. We throwing hundreds, we going insane. Pointers. Dead homies got me pointers. We get awards, but we get God the glory. I'm shooting my shot, and most times I be scoring. Do this for my city, I bring on the trophy. Feel like Freddie Mercury, we the champions. Here in Los Angeles, we doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brothers. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over.
Feeling like I can't miss. Baby, it's all in the wrist. You really wanna be the boss, it's expensive. Ain't the real champ if you never defend it. Put in that work, I'ma make them remember. I just broke down hella trees, yelling timber. Stand in the line, they put me in the center. It blow their mind when they see how I'm winning. Went back and doubled up, now you in trouble. My all hustle, my diamonds are huddled up. TGOD got this off the muscle. That's me about my life, man, I love it. Got so many rings, I need room for another one. Been through the pain, now it ain't no more struggle. My team win the game, put our face on the cover, brother. We the champions.
Here in Los Angeles, we doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brothers. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over.